Hi everybody, welcome to Live Blogger. In this tutorial series, we are building this job board application using Next.js. Now in the previous video, we connected our database to our application. So we are using a service called Neon DB. Now in this video, we will create the schema of our database and we'll also see how to get the details from our database into our application. So let's get started. Now here we can see that this is the schema.ts file. And in this we have these two tables, users table and posts table. Now these two tables are from the documentation. So let's go ahead and delete these and let's create our own schema. So let's tap export const and let's call it jobsTable. And we need to type equals pgTable and here let's call it jobs. Now this will be the name that will be displayed over here inside the Neon DB console. Now here we need to enter all the columns. So first of all, we need to have the ID. Now for the ID, we will use UUID and let's get it from Drizzle ORM PG core. So this is a data type and for the name, let's tap ID and let's add some other options. So let's tap dot default random. Now this tells Drizzle to create a random UID for each record. And let's also make it primary key. All right, the next thing we need to have is the user ID. So let's type user ID. Let's type varchar over here for the type. And let's import it from Drizzle ORM PG core. And we'll just name this user underscore ID. And let's type not null. So this value is required. And here let's also add a length. So let's type length and let's set it to 255. Right, now let's go ahead and copy this and I'll just paste it down and let's change this to title and let's change this name to title as well. Everything else is the same and let's paste it once more. Here let's change this to company and here also we'll just change the name to company. So these are all the fields that we see in our form. All right, let's paste it once more and let's change this name to location and here also let's type location. And then we need to have the job type. So let's change this to job type. And we need to change the data type of this. So this should be an enum. So for that, let's go ahead and create a const over here. I just type export const. Let's name it job type enum. And let's set it equal to pgEnum. And let's import it from Drizzle ORM PG core. And let's name it job type. And here, let's add the options that we need. So let's create an array and let's type full-time. Then we need to have part-time and then let's have contract and then let's have internship. Right now let's use this job type enum down here. So here instead of varchar, let's type job type enum. And now you need to remove this length. And then we have experience level. So I'll just copy this and paste it down here. Let's change the name to experience level. Let's change the name over here as well. So let's type experience level. And we need to change the name for the job type as well. So let's type job underscore type. Right now, let's create one more enum for the experience level. So let's type export const experience level enum. Let's set it equal to pgEnum. Let's name it experience level. And here for the options, let's type entry level, mid level, senior and manager. Right now let's use this experience level enum down here. So let's type experience level enum. And then we need to have the salary. So let's copy this location from here and let's paste it down here. Let's change the name to salary and we will keep it as varchar. Let's change this name to salary. And here we need to remove not null because this is optional. Right now let's paste it down here and let's change this to description. And for the type, let's change this to text. Let's change the name to description as well. And this is not optional. So let's keep the not null over here. And then we have the application URL. So let's paste it down here. Let's change this to application URL. And here also let's change this to application URL. And we can remove this length from here. And now let's add posted at. So let's type posted at. Here let's use the type called timestamp. And let's name it created at. And for the options, let's tap with time zone. Let's set it to true. And let's tap default now. And let's also type not null. Now this will store the date of when the user has submitted the data. So now if you go back to the documentation, here we can see that in the end they are also exporting the type. So let's copy these two from here and let's paste it down here, and let's change the names. So here I'll just name this job. Let's change the name over here to jobsTable. So this is the jobsTable. And here instead of select user, let's change this to new job. And for the table name, let's change this to jobsTable. So with that, we have updated our schema to work with our application. So now let's go ahead and update NeonDB. So right now we can see that in NeonDB, we have these two tables over here. So now let's go back and let's open the terminal. And here let's type npx drizzle git generate. And here it is asking, is jobs table created or renamed from another table? Let's select the first one, which says the jobs table was created. Right now, let's go back to the documentation. And here we can see we need to migrate. Right now, let's go back. And here we can see it says you can also push the changes directly using this command. So if you run this command, it will directly push it to NeonDB. So now let's go back to NeonDB console and let's refresh the schema. And now we can see we have just one table called jobs. So we can see that the schema was updated. All right, now let's go ahead and add some data. So let's click on add record. And for the user ID, for now, I'll just go ahead and type 123. For the title, let's add something. So let's go over here and let's copy this title from here. And let's paste it over here. And then we have the company name. Let's go ahead and copy this. Let's paste it right here. And then we have the location. So let's copy this and paste it over here. Then we have the job type. So let's select one of these. Then we have the experience level. Let's select one of these. And then we have the salary. Let's copy the salary from here. And let's paste it over here. And then we have the description. So let's copy this and paste it right here. And then we have the application URL. So I'll just copy the link from here. And let's paste it right here. All right, now let's go ahead and click on Save One Change. So now we can see that this record has been added to the database. Now let's see how to retrieve this into our application. So let's go back to our code. Now to get the data, we're going to use server actions. So server actions is a new way to get data using Next.js. So for that, I'll just go ahead and create a folder called actions. And in that, I'll just create a file called jobactions.ts. Now this code will run only on server. So for that, we need to first of all type use server over here at the top. And let's create a function called getJobs. So let's type export async function getJobs. Now let's use a try catch block. And when we have an error, we just go ahead and console.log the error. And we just return an empty array. Right now in the try, let's type const jobs. Let's set it equal to await db, and let's get the db from at libdb. So we have already created this file. So if we go to libdb.ts, here we can see this is where we are creating this db constant, and we are using the database URL from the environment variable. So here we need to type db.select, and we need to type from. Here we need to type jobs table because we're going to select the data from the jobs table. Let's import it from libschema, and let's also type order by descending, and let's import it from Drizzle ORM, and here we'll just pass jobs table dot posted at. So what this will do is this will get all the jobs from the jobs table, and it will order it by descending order based on the posted at data. So the latest post will be displayed at the top, And then we'll just go ahead and return the jobs. So let's type return jobs. Right now, to use this, let's go to the main page, which is the page.tsx file. And here for now, I'll just go ahead and just display it in the console. So here inside this function, let's type const jobs equals await getJobs, and let's import it from actions job actions. And since we're using await, we need to change this function into an async function. So let's type default async function. And I'll just go ahead and type console.log jobs, and let's type jobs over here. Right now, let's go back to our website and let's see whether the jobs are displayed. So let's open the console and let's reload this page. And here we can see that we are getting this in the server. So if you open this, we have the job, and all the data is coming from this table. So here we can see senior DevOps engineer, and we have the same thing right here. So in this way, we can get the data from the database using several actions. Alright, so with that, we have successfully fetched the data from our database. So that's basically it for this video. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the comments below. And if you like this video, please click on the like button and subscribe to this channel to get the latest video updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a nice day.